We are excited to introduce to you our international partner na makasama natin dito sa opportunity na to. This doctor holds a PhD in anti-aging medicine. She is in private practice for 21 years and she also served as a scientific advisor and product formulator for nutritional medicine for different companies.
Researching and developing both oral nutritional products and transdermal nutritional therapies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Marlisa Hurt.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marlisa Hurt. I have a PhD in anti-aging medicine and rehabilitative nutrition. And in the course of the past 25 years of my career, I also see patients privately in rehabilitative nutrition to help people learn how to optimize the performance of their body through nutrition and lifestyle changes. I'm also a product formulator, and I've worked for several different companies, both in the nutritional space for oral nutritional products, as well as transdermal nutrient products, so the nutrition that we put on through the skin. I've worked with NASA scientists to work with all-natural mineral-based products that actually cure melanoma skin cancer that are available in the prescription market. Most recently, I've been able to launch my own product line of nutritional products as well. So I get approached all the time to be able to ask if I'll represent different products. And usually my answer is, if I wanted a product, I would just make it myself. 12 years actually since I said yes to a new brand. So that tells you how picky I am, because I get asked all the time, take a look at this line. Would you sell this? Would you sell this in your office? And when I came across this product line, I was so shocked by how well they work. I have had products that cost 3 times more, and that they're clean products. They're things that I would approve of to put on people's body and feel like they're safe, but they do not work anything close to how these products do. I want to share a little bit about my own personal struggle. In the past 5 years, I had been exposed to mold toxicity from during COVID. Our home had storm damage and a tree. And although you couldn't see mold inside our house, there was mold throughout the air, and I didn't realize that it was making me sick. So after my entire body was swelling up with toxins, I had no ability to breathe in, say, air pollution standing in traffic. And for my body to be able to purify and exhale those things, I was just filling up with toxins. And my liver was so toxic, I was told that I may need to have a liver transplant if things didn't dramatically turn around for me in 6 months. I didn't know what to do. Obviously, if I could have made my body work better, I would have already done it. I was in a really desperate place. You know, my Face ID didn't even recognize me. I couldn't even open my phone, and it just happened that quickly overnight. But one of my colleagues, a doctor in Atlanta, had been struggling with some transitional life issues with hormonal acne, deep cystic acne. And she tried these products and she healed overnight about 70%. The second day when she did the ritual again, she was about 90% healed. And she said, you won't believe how quickly this skin repair actually works. And I just said, I've formulated a lot of skincare products. I just don't believe, what we know in medicine is our skin cells are replaced every 28 days. For it to heal in 2 or 3 days, I'm like, I don't think that's possible. And she said, no, I promise you this is true. You've just got to give it a try. It is not an overstatement to say that I felt like these products truly saved my life. I was sitting at my desk and a bug had flown across, and I went to brush the bug off, and my hand went across my arm, and I went, my arm is smooth. It doesn't hurt. It's not bleeding. And I looked down and all the redness and inflammation was gone. All these little hard, crusty volcano-like things had flattened out. There were just flat circles, and the flakes were healing. They were just melting away and dissolving. And I couldn't believe that my body had actually had something that activated its ability to heal in just 2.5 days of using these products, when I had been struggling to find something for 2.5 years. So these products are not just another skincare line. These products are truly skin repair. So we have thousands and thousands of testimonials of people who are sharing their healing stories with us. So I challenge you to be able to give it a try. We haven't seen anything happen yet that these products haven't been able to help nourish the body to function at a higher level, to be strong and heal and renew the skin.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marlisa. And I have the honor of co-presenting with one of my mentors, Mr. Julian Doan, who has been a top leader in the industry, but he's also been, a celebrity fitness trainer. You may have seen some of his workouts on Lululemon or Meta or Rumble Boxing. And, I love his story because he knew that his body had an expiration date. And so he knew he wanted to re-enter the industry, and it would take something big to get his attention. And that's just exactly what Riman did. So we want to share some slides with you because some of us are visual learners. So we're going to share with you in just a few minutes what makes this so unique, what is pulling so many big industry leaders into Riman, what they're seeing with this opportunity. And I actually heard about this through a friend of mine who's like an industry insider, and she called me and she said, Bree, there is a company that did $2.5 billion in one country, and it just came to North America. And so, of course, when I heard that, it did pique my interest because the dream is to get in with a startup, but 95% of startups fail. They are very risky. So the fact that you could partner with a brand that's like getting first movers advantage in North America, in the Philippines, without the risk was very intriguing to me. So Julian, say hello and tell us a little bit about what makes Korea so special in the skincare industry.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, Brianna, thank you for that wonderful introduction. And, we already said a lot of great things about Brianna, but Brianna has been trained by some of the best. I mean, I'm pretty sure you heard of names of like Tony Robbins. She's spoken on stages with legends in the industry. So for all of us to kind of be here all together, Dr. Marlisa, Mr. Timothy Her, that you're going to get a chance to hear from later, Jerson and Carissa, like this is the Avengers when it comes to network marketing teams. You're at the right place at the right time. But let's go ahead and talk about the company. So Riman was established in South Korea in 2018. And just like Brianna said, in the first several years, we did $3 billion in revenue, right? That's a B with a billion. And they became the #1 rated K-beauty brand in all of South Korea. And when we say we're #1, here's what we mean. Out of all the Korean skincare products in Korea, we are the #1 exported product, in the country, which is huge. And just to give you an idea of what that looks like, they sold over 40 million bottles in its first several years. You see, Korea is a small country. There's only 55 million people. And imagine selling 40 million bottles to 55 million people. Now, why are we excited about the Philippines? Well, the population of the Philippines is 113 million, more than double the size of Korea. So imagine what we can do here. So just like what Brianna said, first mover's advantage, right? With the appeal of a startup, you have the excitement of a brand new company entering the Philippines to be able to market first, right? Be first to market. But you don't have to worry because you're backed up by $1 billion company with years of experience. So super excited to have you guys take a look at this.
Yeah, I think something that's really interesting about this, especially with how they go into a market, you heard Julian say they did research on the top markets worldwide, and the Philippines is in the top 5 in demand for K-beauty. Well, what they did is when they enter a market, they do it right. And instead of just paying the insurance to become a bonded company, which is what most companies in MLM do because it's no risk to them, they decided to do things differently. And they actually paid $250,000 to become a foreign-owned entity in the Philippines. There are only a handful of network marketing companies that have done this. And none have done this in the last 15 years. So they really show their commitment. They are also showing their commitment with the corporate office that's going in soon, right, Julian?
Yeah. So we're going to have a corporate office in Makati, Manila. It's going to be very, very beautiful, right? You can place orders directly there. You can will call and pick up orders there as well. And what's exciting is this is going to be a great hub that you can actually utilize to support you in building your business, right? Whether it's, having a headquarters so you can film content, right? Do live Zooms, do corporate meetings, meet with the general manager. We even are going to have a K pop-up room where you can actually demo the products in a separate training facility room that you can host for your orientations and overviews as well. And again, we're going to be shipping from local warehouses, so that's going to be super exciting. And what I love the most about the corporate office is also how well designed it's going to be, right? We got some of the best designers from all around the world, designers that worked on product stores to design our company. And one of the things you're going to notice is that we're blending the innovation of Korean wellness products, skincare products, but with the luxury and the desire of French design. So it's going to be incredibly beautiful, and it's going to be a great resource for you to go out there and build the business. And again, it's huge because most companies who go into the Philippines, what happens? They say, hey, let's see how the market does first. What we want to do is show a sign of good faith and invest in the country before we even signed up a single person. And that just shows our commitment to the people of the Philippines.
Yep. So we kind of talked about the demand, how they have very high demand, but what you may not realize is $1.32 billion is spent every single year on skincare, and a third of that is spent on Korean skincare. Right now, timing is everything in direct sales. Think of timing to direct sales like location is to real estate. And globally, the search for Korean skincare is up over 350%. It's a $13 billion industry, and over the next few years, it's going to more than double to over $30 billion. So the fact that you can share or link or sell a product for products that people are already searching for anyways, that are trending on Google, trending on TikTok, that can put a lot of cash in your pocket.
Awesome. So YK Beauty, right? Well, the big thing is this. All around the world, everybody knows that Korean skincare is the gold standard when it comes to skincare. Why? Because they're blending clean and gentle ingredients, right? Plant-based technology, right? Infusing with the microfluidizer. And so what happens is you have the affordability, you have the luxury, and you have the quality all wrapped into one. And not only that, but for those of you in the Philippines, you already know how big the K movement is, right? The number one movie on Netflix right now, K-pop Demon Hunters, number one TV show, Squid Games, and the number one song on the billboards is actually a song from K-pop Demon Hunters as well. And so now the whole world is being exposed to the K movement, right? Asian countries, we've been associated for so long, but now it's such a global phenomenon. And when people are exposed to Korean celebrities, they're exposed to Korean beauty standards. And what happens is now they're chasing that same look, right? And we're offering the quality product. So it's huge.
So these are some of the brands that we're going to talk about. The company actually has about 50 different products, but they're going to be initially launching with their signature line, which is their dermatology line. And I want you to ask the person that shared this video with you for this video. This is a 3-minute video. But what's interesting is they actually hired the producers who make videos for Toyota and paid them almost $1 million to produce this brand film. And I really want you to listen carefully when you watch it because it explains the science and the technology behind it. Obviously, I'm talking over the sound right now, so you'll have to watch it later. But what's interesting about this is you learned that Korea is the skincare capital of the world. Well, in the hardest market in the entire world to go number one in, they did it. And this actually came out of Ask Labs. Ask Labs is the number one product formulation lab in Korea. And the owner of the company who owns the lab, he was researching something called tiger grass because tigers would roll around in this. It would heal their wounds faster. He developed his own strain and technology, has 12 different patents on the skincare alone. No one can duplicate this technology for the next 18 years. And that's when they decided to form a company. That's when they did, $2.5 billion initially in Korea. They sold 40 million jars of this alone in Korea. This is their dermatology cream and probably their number one bestseller. And like Julian said, there's 52 million people that live there. So most of the population has used this product.
So just to kind of add on to what she said, she already shared the amazing story of the giant bung pool. But another major component of our product is the Jeju Lava Energy Water. So imagine, right, in Korea, Jeju Island to Korea is like Boracay to the Philippines. Beautiful, beautiful islands, right? Where a lot of people vacation, a lot of people go there. And on Jeju Island, it's actually protected by UNESCO. It's a World Heritage Site, so it's protected by the United Nations. But there's a volcano there for over hundreds of thousands of years. Water gets filtered through the rock, removes of any impurities, and also added with so many different minerals. And that's huge because 82% of skincare products is made up of water. And so our water actually has that added benefit. And there's only 10 companies that actually have a contract to have access to that water. And our company is one of those companies. So again, we have the exclusivity. So you're marketing a product, right, that the company owns the whole process from beginning to end. Okay. And we have exclusivity when it comes to ingredients. So you don't have to worry about some other Me Too product coming out to compete with us because there really is no competition. But as we know, ingredients are only one component. The second component is bioavailability and absorption, right? And so what we use is something called nanoliposomal technology through the results of liposomes and exosomes, right? We run our ingredients through a microfluidizer, breaks down the ingredients 40 times smaller, allowing it to absorb into the deepest layer of your skin to give it those dramatic results that you've been looking for. While most skincare products only covers the surface, ours actually goes to the root of it and create long-lasting results that people love. So quality ingredients, quality technology, you can't beat it with what we have.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on the energy lava water, you have to realize most products on the market use distilled water, which is dead water. And they really saw that as a wasted opportunity because they use the Jeju energy lava water in place of that. So you're getting frequencies and minerals in this product that you cannot even find on the earth anymore, plus the exosomes, plus the NMN that stimulates NAD, plus the 12 different patents that no one can duplicate. So the science is definitely there. You can see this is their dermatology line. This is water-based. It's great for regular skin types, sensitive skin, acne-prone skin, especially if you have teenagers. But one of our favorite things about it is it's clean. It abides by the European Union standards. There's over 3,000 toxic ingredients that they ban from their products, and it works. Don't take my word for it. Let the camera be the judge. That's exactly what I did. I let the camera tell the story. This is my forehead. You can see after 5 days what it did for me. This is my husband in the middle. And honestly, when I zoom in, I really don't know if I'm more impressed with his pores or his sunspots. And this is our friend MJ on the right. And you can see how her face is less puffy, and it actually reduces inflammation in the skin and puffiness, and then it gives you that glass skin, gets rid of hyperpigmentation. You can see here the before and after, just the skin texture, the anti-aging, especially when you see it side by side, you really see the power of what these products can do. And of course, men love it too, right, Julian? I know
Absolutely.
yeah, you had a good experience on it. This is Dr. Lynn on the left. And honestly, if you use these products for a year, it's going to take 10 years off of your face. You can see what it does for puffiness under the eyes. Again, it's that inflammation. Now, this one on the left is interesting. That's after 3 months. It looks like it took 20 years off of her face. This is truly the most shocking one to me.
And I just wanted to piggyback off of that and just share one more thing. In America and Western society, Europe, America, it's very interesting because people pay money to what? Look darker, right? And in Asia, what happens? People pay a lot of money to look lighter. Beauty's always been ingrained in our culture, and we're always sought after lighter skin. And because of that, a lot of times people want to reach these beauty standards, so they're spending a lot of money on things that are very harmful, right? In the Philippines, Escanol, skin lightening lotions are very, very popular. But one thing you're going to notice is it's temporary, it's going to fade. You have to keep reapplying it. It's going to dry out your skin, it's going to peel your skin. But if you look at our before and after pictures, all of our products are clean and gentle, right? It creates long lasting effects, and the longer you use it, the better it's going to be without peeling or damaging your skin. So you can chase those beauty standards, achieve them, but in the healthiest way possible, which is something that we're all looking for, right? Which is huge. So the next line is our Bota Lab line. This is our personal care and hair care line. We have our water treatment, our shampoo and conditioner. Really great products. Is one, you can wash your hair more often, right? We're often taught that you shouldn't do that because why? The shampoo removes the dirt and oil, but because of all the preservatives that's in the product, it actually dries out your scalp as well, right? So they encourage you not to do that. With our products, you can wash it more often. And not only that, but it actually supports people that experience hair loss, right? Maybe you or somebody has that experience when they're showering and normally, and then as they pull their hand away, strands of hair leaves with their hands, right? You're not necessarily balding, but you're experiencing hair loss. What's really great about our products is you're going to notice your hair is going to grow back thicker, fuller, more vibrant, right? And it's huge. And some of you are actually going to grow baby hairs in parts where you didn't grow hair before, which is amazing. And our body care is also really, really great. Obviously, the Philippines, there's always constant changing in climate. And one of the things I love is lotion. Our lotion is non-greasy. You put it on your skin, it absorbs really, really fast. It's nice and soft. It's great. But again, let me show you some before and after pictures. The first one on the left, this young lady had psoriasis, right? You can see how dry her scalp is, the flakes. Now imagine just one use, okay? One-time use. You can see on the right the difference in her scalp, right? Then you see on the picture on the right, just using our body lotion, when your skin gets the right amount of hydration and it penetrates the skin and actually locks in, right? It starts to repair the skin. I love what Mr. Tim Hur said. I probably stole it from him right now. He's going to say it later. He goes, we don't just market skin care. What we really market is skin repair, because that's really what it's doing. It's repairing your skin as you're using it, right? Now, if you look at the bottom, you can also see the pictures of new hair growth, the hair going back thicker, fuller, and that's something we're all looking for, right? And imagine, we talk to the average person in the Philippines. Do you want to look more pogy or not pogy? People would say, I want to be pogy, right? Or you want to look more maganda or not maganda? Everybody say maganda, right? If you want your skin to be better. So We're marketing something that people are looking for, that people want. And that's the biggest thing is marketing something. If you're selling something that people are wanting and looking for, you're going to be able to make money.
Okay, so speaking of money, I would definitely ask to get back to Krisha or Jerson to ask more about the compensation plan.
Wow, thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Mentor Brianna and Mentor Julian. And I am so honored and privileged to share with you the rewards na nag-aantay sa atin dito sa Riman. For sure, you're excited to know how you can earn sa ating opportunity na ito. Let's start first with our retail income or retail commissions. Dito sa Riman, ang income mo, ang commissions mo, ang retail profit mo is based on your rank. You can earn from 10% up to 54% retail profit. So, ang pinakamahalaga dito is for you to earn the senior manager rank dahil ito ay lock-in na. So, meaning you have 30 to 40% retail profit sa mga products natin. And here in the Philippines, nag-range from 2,900 to 5,600 pesos yung mga products natin. So, for example, if you sold, for example, you just wanna sell the skincare, you just wanna sell the products, you just wanna focus on gaining customers all over the world. Kasi open tayo sa 9 countries. Very simple. You just send your own website to them, your dropshipping website to them, your mall.riman website to them. And then pwede na sila mag-place ng order kahit nasa ang bansa sila. So for example, 5,000 worth of products times let's say 40% as a team leader, you earn 2,000 pesos. So yun yung first way to earn natin, which is the retail commissions plus bonuses. And hindi lang yan limited sa 40%, sa 30%, up to 54% siya. Depende sa magiging rank. Ang nagustuhan ko dito sa retail commissions is because very affordable yung mga high quality skincare natin. Imagine again, here in the Philippines, 2,900 up to 5,600 nag-range yung mga products natin. You can earn 1,000 a day, 2,000 a day, or even 10,000 pesos in a week extra just by sharing our number one skincare. Yun yung first way to earn natin, which is the retail bonus. And then if you decided, let's say you wanna build your team, you wanna build a group of planners, or you wanna help someone na makapag-build din ng kanilang negosyo, they also wanna sell the products, they also wanna earn big and huge commissions. Ito naman yung second way to earn natin, which is the leadership match bonus. Kung kanina, if you decided to just focus on customers, ayun yung income mo. Dito naman, if you wanna focus on building your network, meron tayong tinatawag na leadership match bonus. Once you hit the rank of team leader, on your first generation, you will earn 40% from his or her paycheck ng business partner mo. So for example, I am a team leader and my husband, Gerson, is my first generation of team leader. Meron akong 40% na income sa income niya. So for example, if he earns 100,000 in 1 month, I will earn 40,000 pesos on that same month. And let's say, si Gerson, meron din siya natulungan na isa to be promoted sa team leader, I will earn 20% of that. So for example, if that person earned 100,000 also, I will earn 20,000 pesos. And ganun din yung mangyayari sa'yo. You can earn huge amount of income from this leadership match bonus. The more you help other people, the more din na natutulungan mo rin yung sarili mo. And the more na mas malaki yung kinikita nila, you get to enjoy additional commissions doon. Kaya nagtutulungan tayo dito sa community natin. At hindi lang up to third generation yung pwede mong kitain sa leadership match bonus, pero up to 6 generations, once you reach the national director rank. Pero ang pinaka-favorite ko dito, the company is very generous, and imagine up to third generation, and this is a 60% leadership match bonus sa three generations of leaders na meron. Sobrang excited ako. I know you are excited also. We still have 4 more ways to earn, but in this video, we're just discussing the top 2 ways to earn, pero sobrang ganda na at sobrang laki na. So back to you, Bree and Julian.
I will say this is a very unique plan. Most plans on the market in the industry pay out between 45 and 50%. This actually pays out 57% of the revenues. It has unique features where you can lock in percentages for life, never lose them. It has rollover volume to help you towards rank advancement, and you also are not required to have a subscription or an auto shipment. And when I wanted to know why on that one, it was because they said we don't have to, because anyone that uses these products once are not going to stop using them. So we don't have to require our reps to purchase them. That said volumes to me when we were looking at this. So let's talk a little bit about the first class marketing. This company believes in first class marketing and celebrity endorsements. You can see this is an example. This is Juan Bin. Now, Julian, I know you're really familiar with Juan.
Yeah, so Wong Bin is actually 49 years old, right? And if you look at him, Wong Bin is actually one of the most decorated and successful actors in Korea. The number one highest grossing film to ever come out of Korea is a movie called The Man from Nowhere, and he's the star of it. And in Korea, Wong Bin is known as a very private person. He's kind of like a George Clooney, a Brad Pitt. You don't see him on a lot of advertisements because his name in itself is like a brand. So when he lended his image and himself into our marketing, it really propelled our company as far as credibility because, again, Wong Bin protects his name, doesn't put his name on everything. And the fact that he attached his name to Inserter lended to a lot of credibility for us.
Yeah, not to mention the ads that they come out with. It looks like a Versace commercial to me. It's so high end, and that's because of the brands that they partner with. So they've actually partnered with a company called Pentagram. It's the #1 marketing and branding firm out of New York. You can see they represent brands like Valentino, Lululemon, Starbucks, and now Riman. You guys, this is the calm before the storm. This will become the #1 K-beauty brand globally, and you're hearing about it very, very early on.
And then Frederick Burton's actually a really great addition as well. He's well known for creating signature fragrances for major products. And, what I love about this is because, again, Riman is trendy. Riman is cool. The products are amazing. They're well designed, well packaged. We all know people that love to have products that they also want to have on display as well on their countertop. And these are the kind of products that we have. Products that, #1, people would buy without a marketing plan. People continue to use without a marketing plan. But the company also understands it's not just about great product, but also great marketing. So imagine with Frederick, he creates fragrances for a lot of major brands like Chanel, Tom Ford, big brands. So imagine with our products, you have the innovation of Korean wellness products, but you have the fragrances that make French products so desirable and gives it that luxury feeling. And again, that's all we're marketing is luxury without the luxury price.
So this is the man that owns the company and owns Ast Labs. His name is Chairman On. And I think what's interesting about him is, he's already been a successful product formulator for 30 years. He's already a billionaire that drives a Hyundai. I can tell you right now, he's not doing this for the money. He is passionate about bringing luxury skincare to the everyday person. That is exactly why these products are priced at what they're priced at, where when we have dermatologists, estheticians, med spas who take a look at this product, they say they've never seen a product do what this does and do it so quickly. And that's because this is a cosmeceutical. It can do things that regular skincare cannot do, but when they try it, they expect this to cost between, $200 to $400, and they're shocked when they hear the price point on how affordable it is. So to prove to you that he really is on a mission to give back to the people, I think it's an interesting story about the behind Riman Village. Julian, do you want to share it?
Yeah, so when Riman was building, most CEOs they upgrade their house, upgrade their car, buy a private boat, a yacht. But our founders understood one thing, and it always shows up. It's if we take care of the people that build the business will take care of itself. And one of the things that they decided to do was they bought a huge plot of land on Jeju Island, and they built something called Riman Village. It's made up of 9 different villas, well designed, like state of the art technology. I mean, as far as the house, it's a smart house, almost like Steve Jobs created it. But the aesthetics and looks of it is like Coco Chanel and Tom Ford. Again, very masterful design and technology blended together. And when you become a director, normally when you become a director and higher, they fly you out once a year. You get a tour of all the facilities, the labs, the smart farms. You get to stay there. They wine and dine you. I mean, Brianna and I went on the last one, and they had a famous celebrity chef that was on Netflix, cook a private meal for us. And just to give you an idea of how well they take care of us. Now, because the Philippines is a new market, and because you're working with Jerson and Carissa, what's amazing is the first handful of people that become team leaders, not directors, right? Team leaders are going to be able to have the Riman Village experience that normally you have to be a director to qualify for. So make sure after you see the video, talk to Jerson as well. Set up a game plan, because you want to be on that first trip to Jeju Island, because it will change your perspective on everything.
Yeah, basically what that means is we have to work 12 times harder to qualify for this trip that the initial group of people will get to go on from the Philippines. So we're a little bit jealous in North America, but I'm so excited for you guys to see this. When I went here, just it's a 5-star trip when you go. I'm talking, they bring in celebrity chefs, they wine and dine you, they have gifts in your room every single night. You put your clothes in the closet, you press a button, it steams your clothes. You actually get to go see the smart farm and see the technology. And so in my head, I was thinking, okay, we're going to go see this greenhouse. And I was shocked when we pulled up to an entire campus. And when I saw this, I knew in this moment, this really is bigger than network marketing. And when I saw this and learned how this is completely vertically integrated, and what that means is they own every step of the process from farm to face. They own the patents, they own the land, they own the smart farms, they even own the bottling facility that makes the bottles that this product comes in. And the reason why is because they've cut out the middleman. They have dialed in their costs so tight. So they have more money for research, for first class marketing to put into the compensation plan. That's why it's so competitive. But I'm telling you right now, when we saw this, I knew in that moment how what an honor it is to even be partnered with this brand, because this is bigger than network marketing. This should honestly be sitting in a high-end med spa or a high-end department store. But Chairman On had fallen in love with this industry in his 20s. And what I learned in Korea is that network marketing is very respected there, and it's treated like a profession. And so he knew that he wanted to partner with this industry. He has mapped out a 100-year plan on how he wants to become the #1 K-beauty brand in the world. And he wants to do it with us. And I'm telling you right now, he is not competing with brands like New Skin or Arbonne or Rodan and Fields. The brands that he's competing with are brands like La Mer, La Prairie, Chanel, Dior, and he wants to do it with us. And so you can see right now exactly where we're at. You guys, we're at the beginning of this thing. They have mapped out a plan how they will be in over 50 countries in the next 5 years. And look at this, we're on #9. You are at the forefront of something that is about to explode. We know that K-beauty, K-pop, K-drama, K-beauty, Korean skincare is just going to keep getting bigger. And so we will be in Japan by the end of the year. And then, of course, they're going to keep just globally expanding into 2026. We're going to have more announcements on that soon.
Super excited to be working with each and every one of you. And again, with Jerson and Krija, you're in the right hands at the right place at the right time. And, Dr. Marlisa, myself, and Brianna are just so excited to be the supporting role and cheering you guys on and helping you make it happen. So with that being said, I get the honor and privilege of introducing the next gentleman. And this is actually a gentleman that I've known for over half my life. My first ever presentation ever seen in network marketing is from this gentleman. And he's become such a great mentor, not just in business, but in life. And I was so honored to have him at my wedding as well this year. And my life would not be where it's at if it wasn't for him. I definitely wouldn't be married if I wasn't for him, because he taught me how to close. I'm just kidding, right? But Mr. Tim Herr is the top money earner in the whole entire company. Before him, there was no national director. And, there's nobody better to work with than this gentleman. So help me welcome to the Zoom, Mr. Timothy Herr.
Hey, what an amazing job. I'm listening to all three of you, and I'm just like, Dr. Marlisa, I felt smarter just hearing from her. And then you guys get on, and I'm like, man, what am I doing on this call? We got the best of the best. You got to realize right now, I know many of you are looking at this, and I'll be very brief here right now, but you got to realize the reason why we put this call together is because, we've really hand selected Creasy and Jerson to be the leaders that are going to be the people that are going to be the spearheading the Philippines development of the leadership. You guys got to realize what I'm talking about. They are going to be the ones that are going to be making it happen. So what you got to realize right now is Riman's an amazing opportunity. Make no mistake about it. If you heard about Riman, you heard about something special. But getting a chance to be able to hear from them, that makes it such an amazing opportunity. Because when you lock arms and you link up with the right people, something special is going to happen. And that's what happened to me, right? I'll tell you real briefly my story and the reason why I'm at Riman. But 30 years ago, is when I got started in this industry. You guys got to realize I'm a little bit older than I look, right? I'm a grandfather, father of 4, grandfather. And, I'm a little bit older than I look, but 30 years ago, I got started in this industry, and I was at a point in time in my life where I was homeless. Okay. I was homeless, and, I'd been living on my own for about 3 years, sleeping on people's couches, and I would climb on top of a schoolhouse and sleep when I couldn't find a place to stay. And then good fortune came my way, right? And I was very blessed to be able to get introduced to this industry because I was looking for something. And I got a chance to be able to get introduced to this industry, just like you guys are getting a chance to be able to be introduced to Riman by Jerson and Creasy. They're sharing this with you. And somebody thought enough of me to introduce it to me. And they told me, I met a gentleman that day that was really wealthy. And he said, I'll teach you how to do it. I'll mentor you. I'll coach you. I'll show you how to do it. And I thought, man, you know what? How amazing would that be? And I was very blessed to be able to have someone teach me how to do this. And my first year made 147,000, and my life just changed so fast, right? And I was 17 at the time. My life changed so fast. And I thought, you know what? I want to help other people be able to do this too. I want to help other people experience a life change like I have. And the reason why I'm so passionate about working with Creasy and working with Jerson is because their heart. They have a heart to help. And they made a serious decision to say, hey, look, you know what? We're coming in here, Riman. We're gonna come in full tilt. We're gonna come in all in. And they did that because they wanted to see you win. They wanted to see you be able to get a chance to be able to become successful. And that's what we're talking about tonight, is about you becoming successful. When I saw Riman for the first time, it made too much sense. When you have a product that absolutely delivers results and the price points are so low that everyone around the world can afford it, now you got your hands on something special. And my buddy is the gentleman. He's the president of the company. He's the gentleman that called me about this. And I've known him for about 25 years. And when I met him, he was working at a Starbucks. And I said, you know what? I'm going to show you how to do this. And I taught him this industry, and I taught him how to become successful. He's one of my dear friends, one of my best friends, in fact. I was on their honeymoon with him. My wife and I was on the honeymoon with him. I mean, we are like family. And when he called me about Riman, and Danny Bay called me about Riman, and he sent me some products, and I'm like, I'll put it on and see it. I put the products on my face. I went to football practice. I coached youth sports in California. I like giving back and serving my community. And one of my football coaches said, man, your skin looks amazing. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. That's weird. Why are you talking about my skin? And I was weirded out. And the next day, my daughter said, Dad, did you get Botox? And I was like, why would I get Botox? And I was like, why are people talking about my skin? And then my wife said, it's got to be the stuff that Danny sent you. I realized I'd been selling skincare for 15 years, right? I started a skincare company pretty much out of my garage. My wife was the first employee. Julie and I locked arms together on that project. We took that company to $1 billion in sales. And, it was amazing what happened to us financially. And I tell you guys this because I know a lot about skincare. And I thought there's no way a skincare product can work that fast. And when he told me the story like you heard tonight from Brianna and Julian about the quality of the products, I was blown away. I found out that they had a patented product. I found out that they're the only skincare company that has access to that Jeju Love energy water. I was blown away. And I saw the growth they had in Korea. Being the number one skincare company in Korea is like being the number one coffee company in Colombia, or being the number one lumpia company in the Philippines, right? I mean, these guys are the best of the best. So when I saw this thing, I thought to myself, this is going to become a multi-billion-dollar company, and we could take this around the world, and we could impact people's lives. We could help people that need a chance. People that are starving for an opportunity, they're starving for a change, that have got their hands up, that are laying awake at night looking at their ceiling saying, how can I make my life better? How can I change my life? We can take those people and we can show them how to do that with this opportunity. And we're going to make an impact. We're going to make a difference in the Philippines. We're not going to hey, look, everybody in the Philippines is not going to get started in Riman. Not everybody in the Philippines is going to get wealthy with this. But I'm telling you, a lot will. It's up to you if you're one of them. but being in the right place at the right time. You got to realize we haven't opened up Indonesia yet. We haven't opened up Thailand yet. All those contacts in Southeast Asia are going to come from the leaders that get started now. Think about, somebody, and you start building a distribution team with this, and we show you how to do this, and you start building a distribution team in Indonesia. And imagine that. Imagine every time somebody looks in the mirror and they're going, man, my skin looks amazing. You're getting paid on that. There's a chance of a lifetime here to help so many people around the world. And I know many of you, I know something about the Philippines. Some of the greatest people that I know. One of my best friends was here earlier today. Filipino guy, I've known him since he was 12. And he was at my house. We were talking. The thing that I love about the Filipino culture is they have the right heart. You guys know how it is. They have that heart. That leadership is a servant leadership. And that's what I have. That's what Brianna has. That's how Julian is. That's exactly how Dr. Marlise says. We have that servant mentality. And that's the reason why we're so excited about the Philippines, because the quality of the people and where their hearts are. Because a lot of you right now, you want to make a difference in your country, in your city, in your town, in your neighborhood. And that's what Riman is all about. So I don't want to take up much time tonight. I just want to let you know you're in the right place, the right time. We've got our hands on something so special here. And we're going to become one of the biggest players in all of Philippines. Our company, Riman, is going to become a household name in the Philippines. There's no debating it. You guys know how big Korean culture is in the Philippines. You know how big everything's happened. You guys know how big K-Beauty is. We're the #1 K-Beauty brand. We're coming to the Philippines. You got an opportunity to be able to help us build a distribution team, get paid a substantial amount of income, and change your life financially. More importantly than that is impact other people's life. So I'm going to challenge you tonight to do exactly what Bree said. She said, get that paperwork filled out. Find one of these applications and get them filled out and tell Jerson, tell Creation, man, I'm in. I want to be one of the leaders. I want to make an impact with you. Let's go out there and let's help families all throughout the Philippines. Let's go make a difference in the Philippines and help people find something that's real, where they can become a success, where they can change your family tree forever. So I'm going to hand this call back over to Jerson and Creation to bring us home. But I just want to tell you something right now. Don't let this window of opportunity pass you by. Don't let this moment in time slip through your fingertips. Seize this moment, seize this chance, and seize this opportunity, and lock arms with us. And we're going to be there for you every step of the way. We're going to go to battle for you. We're going to go to war for your goals, and we're going to go to war for your dreams. And don't be surprised if you start to see your life change financially in a short period of time, because you pay attention and you go out there and help others. That's what this is all about. So it's an honor to be able to get a chance to be here on day one, to be able to be a part of what's happening right now with Jerson and Creation. These guys are absolutely some of the top professionals, not just in the Philippines, but in the entire industry. That's the reason why I'm here. When I heard that they were taking a look at this, I said, man, those guys are big. They're big players. They're huge. And I thought, man, you know what? If we could get a chance to lock arms together, we could make such a significant impact on people's lives in the Philippines. So it's an absolute honor to be able to be here. It's an absolute privilege to be able to be a part of this. And I'm looking forward to serving you. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to be able to make an impact in your life like my mentor did for me. So Jerson, appreciate it. Such an honor to be here. I'm going to hand this call back to you. Thank you so much for your time. All these amazing leaders that jumped on this call. I'm more fired up than ever before. Jerson, Creation, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to hand it back to you.
So thank you so much for that energy. Thank you so much, Doc Marliza, Julian, Brianna, and team. We're excited to partner with all of you. And of course, sa lahat ng nakapanood ng call na ito, I know naramdaman ninyo yung sincerity, yung energy, yung drive, and yung heart namin to really help you. We're not just here to serve ourselves, but also para matulungan rin natin yung mga pamilya natin at pamilya mo na kung nanonood ka ngayon.
Yes, of course, diba? I was blown away with all these people. Alam nyo naman na this is the very reason why we drop our big income, our community from jumping to Riman, because we know that we have great support. We have we have a skincare company, but we have doctors also. We have great mentors in the business. We have people like Julian in the fitness. So this is like an Avengers, like what Julian said. No? So this is the best team that you could join here in the Philippines, and this is gonna be big.
Yes, kaya super excited kami to see you on board. And we are excited to welcome you in our community, which is Queen Boss Society and King Boss Club. At meron tayong pamilya dito sa loob ng community. Yes, thank you so much sa lahat na nanood, and we're excited for you. Bye!